All right, right. Time out. It's the coach. I just got out the lecture. And it was interesting. Teaching college kids, Some people knew about astrology. Some people don't know about astrology. But, one thing that had got brought up in astrology is like stereotypes of astrology. So a lot of people, because, it's a system, right? It's a practice. So you're only adhering to, whatever sign that is placed upon you. And a lot of these astrology signs and a lot of these astrology signs got stereotypes behind them, So before you jump into the stereotype of the sign based upon someone's bias, the practice of astrology is to know how they came to these conclusions. And one of the ways that they came to these conclusions was tracking time and influence based upon time period. And they gave these times and positions names and also characterized them. So when we're talking about when we're even talking about something like, your sign, usually you're always stereotyped. A way you can see how they're coming to the conclusion of the stereotype and, not get utilized by the stereotype is to know the energy of the sign. And they break that down into the modality of it, which would be the element, and another, which would be the ruling planet and the co-ruling planet. So, for instance, if you are a Pisces, they may call you delusional. However, it's not that you're delusional and things. If you look at the sign, the planet that rules it is Jupiter, so that's faith. And then the co-ruler of it is Neptune, imagination. So that means you will have faith, in imaginations and beliefs and things. And that's how you can come to delusion. But if you have faith and imagination and beliefs that are, that can come true, this is more so like you becoming a dreamer or something like that. So you always want to look at the ruling planet and the ruling sign of how they're constructing these, the ruling planet and the ruling, you always want to look at the ruling planet and the ruling element, and that's how they're constructing these stereotypes for your sign. Okay. So for instance, you could be shout out to Oprah Gucci. I'm gonna do her. You could be a Sagittarius. So, a lot of times y'all will have faith, in y'all expressions and things of that nature. So, and the element is mutable fire. So with y'all having faith in y'all elements, and that fire and expression, it can come out as you're having optimism. So this is how they're coming to the conclusion of a Sagittarius being a teacher. But you're not these stereotypes itself. And so, I just want to kind of let that be known and stuff like that. Because everybody getting into astrology, that's one of the first things that can be distasteful is the stereotypical aspect of it. But we're way more than just the stereotypical. But if you want to know how they're coming to the stereotype of it, utilize the planet, know what planet they're using, and know what element they're using. For instance, Aquariuses can be, loners or individualistic or weird. But their ruling planet is Saturn, and also the co-ruling planet is Uranus, and it's doing that through air. So let me show you how they're deriving Aquarius is being weird or black sheep or individual. So Aquarius is utilizing reality to change. That's Uranus. Utilizing reality, Saturn, to change and individualize. That's Uranus, through communication. And so if it's utilizing the material, it would be utilizing something that is physical as, your vessel, but to be unique and original. And what will be unique and original is how you think and how you communicate. So that's how they would come up with a stereotype of that. So that's all you need to know about astrology. If you want to know how they're coming up with stereotypes, so you're not identifying with the stereotypes, you want to look at the planet ruler of the sign, and then you want to look at the element of the sign. Okay? I'm going to do one more for the sake of the conversation. What's another stereotypical sign? Scorpio. All right? People call them Scorpios, and they're getting this aspect from the modality of the sign. So, Mars, that's passion, motivation. So we deal with that. That's also the 8th house ruler, which is Scorpio. Mars rules the 8th house. And Pluto is the co-ruler. Okay? So these people would be passionate about deep transformation, through connection, through emotion and feeling. So if you're passionate ain't got to do what's seen on the surface. It's more so what's intentional. Okay? So if you're passionate about your intentions and things, that's all already internal, unless you start to force that out and you start to act towards that. Okay? So if you're passionate about your intentions, okay, we in Baltimore with it. But yeah, if you're passionate about, your intentions, this kind of makes you a little bit emotional by default. And because it's the energy of passion, that is the energy of birth. But Pluto, which is the co-ruler of Scorpio, is the ruler. It represents death and transformation. So Scorpios get a rep of being like sexual or secretive or dark because they have deep intentions. And they like if intentions are like a closer mental form towards what you like, what we liken as passions. So intentions are a closer mental form to what we liken as passion. Okay? So this is how y'all can just break down astrology types. And it will be emotional. It will be fixed water. So it will be fixated on its own emotions. Okay? So just to break down astrology stereotypes and how you can see them and why they got these stereotypes about these signs, so you don't get lost in it, so you don't be like, this is me. No, they're coming up with it because of the energy that sign holds. You know what I'm saying? So if your sign is a Libra, you know what I'm saying, you will hold the energy of needing balance through the forms of communication and ideas. Okay? And so that's what can make you like a judge or something like that. All right? But you can also create your own characters out of these. And a lot of you do naturally, you know what I'm saying, with your own charts and stuff like that. So don't ever limit yourself to perception and stereotypes because it ain't worth it. You know? It's just talking about the what you need for what you likely to cling towards as your natural actions. You know what I'm saying? That sign and its energies. So yeah, walking back up in this thing, though. Have to go back up to the room. So, yeah. So we walking up and we getting things active today. I don't know if it's about to go out. Go back for the performance in a little minute. But it was a successful lecture. Everybody did great. And shout out Jen. We got this long walk. I gotta walk this long hallway to this room. Got my head drop in here real quick.
Por ejemplo, usted trae a tu hermana, pero ahorita está figura bien como usted solo. Y apoya que venga a sacar a tu hijo adelante.
Jess, it's me.